Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes, way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Yes.
Hey, what do you mean by a self paced course?
Well, the course material is available in the form of video lectures. And there are multiple practice problems that come along as well. So, you can access all of it anywhere, anytime. And they are available to you for lifetime.
No way!
Oh, yes, way. Don't delay and enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi.
Oi! So they give access to their job portal, Geeks for Geeks, for free?
Yes, complimentary with the course.
And you got your job through that?
Me and 15,000 others across the world.
No way!
Oh, yes, Wiz. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hey, hi everyone. A very good evening to all of you, and welcome back to this amazing live mock DSA interview session. We are back with yet another amazing session, and today we have Mohd Aasim Qureshi with us. So, before getting started, let me first introduce myself. My name is Suniti, and I'm a mentor here at Geeks for Geeks. So, let us welcome our today's interviewee, and here it is. Hi, Aasim. How are you?
Hi Suniti, I'm fine.
All right. So, welcome to this interview session. So, can we just start with the introduction of yours?
Sure. So my name is Mohd Aasim Qureshi. I am currently a final year student at Doon Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rishikesh. I am a specialist at Code Forces, 4-star on Code Chef. Have maximum rating of 1758 on Lead Code, and have done 300 plus problems on Lead Code.
All right,
That's it.
Asim, that was a wonderful introduction. Thank you for that. So, let us start our today's session. I will just quickly explain you what we are going to do. A Google Doc link has been shared with you, right? So, I will be writing down the question in that doc link, and then you can start with explaining your approach. You can write down the pseudo code as well. And then once we are sorted on that part, we will move to the Geeks for Geeks practice portal. All right, I will share you the link and then you can code there. All right.
Okay,
Yeah. So can you just please share your screen?
sure.
Yeah. You can go to that doc link.
Okay.
Great. So let us start with our first question, and that is: you are given an array of integers and an integer key. All right. So return true if array can be divided into pairs such that sum of each pair is divisible by k. Okay, I'll just help you with an example test case. So here it is. Like as you can see, the input array that is given to you is 9573, and the integer that is given to you is 6. Okay, so this
Okay.
entire array can be divided into pairs, that is 9 3 and 5 7, right? And as you can see, the sum of 9 3 is 12, which is divisible by 6, and 7 5 also adds to 12, that is again divisible by 6. All right, so that's why we have
Okay.
returned true. So you have to find out that if you can divide the entire array into such pairs or not.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can start with your approach and then you can move to the pseudocode like that.
Okay. So we have to we have to insert every element into pair. Like we can't skip an element.
No, no, no. Every element has to be used.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the length of the array must be even.
Yes.
Okay. And are all the integers positive, or they can be negative?
No, we have positive integers only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Divisible by k. So one approach that is coming to my mind is like uh, I can traverse uh, for 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 every element for every element in the array. I will find a pair uh, so that the sum of these two elements uh, is divisible by k. And if I if I find if I find some element that is giving that is giving the sum with this element divisible by k, then I mark it as like it is used. So I will not use it in future, like this.
All
So
right.
yes, let me explain with an example, or let me think more. Yes, we can do this. And uh, should I should I explain you with an example my approach?
Yes, please. And also, you need to write
Okay,
the
so
pseudocode as well.
okay, so let's say we have this array only 9 5 7 3 and a is 6. Then what I'm doing, for every element, let's say first I'm considering 9. So for 9 I will see on its right side if there is an element, uh, if there is an element such that the sum of these elements is divisible by 6. So for 9, 9 plus 5 is 14, which is not divisible by 6. So I move ahead. 9 plus 7 is 16, which is also not divisible by 6. Then I also move ahead. 9 plus 3 is 12, which is divisible by 6. So I mark it as used in some data structure, uh, or, and then I move ahead with this 5. So for 5, uh, I will check for 7. 7 plus 5 is 12, which is divisible by 6. And in the end, if I used all the elements, then I will return true. Otherwise, I return false.
Okay, are you sure about this
I
approach
am
is
making
going to
sense.
work? I mean, it might happen that, like let us say for
Uh,
9 you have taken, uh, let us say for 9 you have taken 3,
yes.
then it might happen that 3 might have been a good pair with some other element as well. Like let us say if there is Like 9 and 3 are already divisible, right? So let us say we can pair 15 with 3 as well. So if there would have been another pair of elements, say 15 and 2, so in that case as well, 15 and
Yeah.
3, would have been a pair. So like you need to decide that as well, that whether, see, if you are adding 3 to 9, it is getting divisible by 6, right? If you would add 9 to 9, it will also get
Yes.
divisible by 6. So you also need to consider that as well, that whether you should
Yeah.
add 3 or you should add 9. So that is also one factor.
Yes. Yeah. I thought of that, but yeah. Let me think more.
Because in some test cases that might fail, right? I mean, your approach might be good for
Yes.
some test cases when where
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
are having unique pairs, but then in some test cases it might fail.
Yes. You are right. Okay. Let me think more. So we have positive integers, and we have to find pairs such that the sum of these pairs is divisible by k. Okay. So for an element, what will be the best element, so that
All right. Okay. I
yeah.
think, let me give you just a hint. Okay. So the pairs
Okay.
that we are making here is 9 3 and 5 7, right? So is
Yes.
there any similarity that you are seeing in those pairs, right?
Okay. 9 3 and
Okay, see, we are here talking about divisibility, right? How do we decide that
yeah.
whether an integer is divisible or not? Like, on basis of which factor the divisibility is
uh,
decided?
its remainder will be 0.
Exactly. So maybe if you can find out any pattern in the remainders of the pairs,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
just try out that.
I Yeah, I'm getting. So here the remainder will be 5, and here the remainder will be 1, and 5 plus 1 is 6, which is divisible by 6 also. Okay. Yeah, I think we can deal with I think we can deal this in remainders.
Yeah.
Yes. So okay, let me think. So if I make the remainders array, then I have to choose pairs. Then I have to choose pairs such that uh, the sum of these pairs is exactly 6, because the sum now as we are considering remainders, the sum will be exactly 6. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you going to proceed with
So
that?
yeah, yes. So I think I will make a remainder array. So for this, the remainder will be 3. For this, the remainder will be 5. The remainder is when divisible, when the remainder model, when this element is divided, when I am dividing the element with k,
Yeah.
then I am getting these remainders. So
Okay.
yeah, this is my remainder array. Mm,
All right.
yes. Then then I just find the I I just find the pairs whose sum is 6. And if I find uh, or if I find n by 2 pairs like this, then I will return true, otherwise I return false. Now I have to
Pairs like
think
what?
how should I,
I mean, what
like
pairs are you targeting?
I am targeting the pairs which give me sum as 6.
Okay. Got it.
Yes. Yes. So here, like
Are you
for
sure?
3,
Are you sure we need a sum 6 and that is the only condition that we need to check?
uh, yeah,
Let us say
because
your
if we are,
array is let us say your array is 612. Then like
yes,
you can just write it down. If your array is 612, then what will be the remainder array
yes,
for that?
the remainder array will be 0 0.
So in that case,
Yeah,
are we going to get the sum 6?
no, no. So I think the the sum modulo 6 should be 0.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, the sum modulo 6 should be 0.
All right. If you think that is going to work, then you can just write your pseudo code as well.
Okay. Let me think more on this. Like now we are dealing with remainders, so I have to find pairs such that the pairs sum will be divisible by k. Now I have remainders from 0 to k minus 1. So for any remainder, uh, I have to find its perfect match. Now how can I find the perfect match? Mm,
Okay. So I mean, for perfect match, what are you looking for exactly? Sum, right? So maybe you can use an
yeah,
additional data structure where you can find a sum. Like, are you aware of this two sum problem, where we find that whether a target sum exists
yeah,
inside array or not? Like, there's this famous two sum
yeah,
problem, if you know.
yeah. To some problem where we will find is there a pair whose sum is equal to target.
Yeah, exactly. So, what data structure do we use there?
We use uh, set data structure.
Okay, so
We can use,
do you think you
yeah,
can do the same thing here as well? Because here, at the end of the day, we are actually finding that target as well, right? Our target is K. So we are doing
yes,
that similar thing. So maybe that can help you here.
yeah. I'm thinking that only, uh, but as this case arrives like 0 0,
So
then
maybe you can have a separate condition for zeros.
yes,
Like, okay, let me tell me one thing. If it is say 6, 12, and say the other pair is let us say other pair is 7 and 1. Okay, like inside the same array, 7 and 1. So do you think the answer will be true or false?
7 and 1.
Yeah.
I think 1 second. So the remainder will be 1 and the remainder will be 1. I think no,
No, why?
the answer will not exist. Uh,
Yeah. So
because
did
yes,
you right? So
yes,
I mean, in that case, we are having zero remainder, but still we are not returning true, right? And let us say if the
yes.
array would have 6, 12, 9, and 1, then in that case, how the array would have looked like?
1 second, 9 and 1.
Yeah.
Then it will be 3.
Okay,
Also
sorry.
now
6,
also
12. Okay, it is, let us say, sorry, 6, 12, 18, 1.
18 1.
Yeah.
Then it will be
Okay.
0. Now also now also the answer doesn't exist.
Okay, so in this case, we are having zero remainders, but still the answer is not existing. So, for these zero remainder, what is the condition that you can figure out? When
I
the,
think, yeah,
yeah, okay,
uh,
go
I
ahead.
Yeah, I think for zeros, I have to match 0 with 0. Otherwise, 0 only can pair with 0.
Exactly. So
Yes.
it means what? Like if there is the zero should occur in even numbers, which ultimately
Yeah, 0.
means
Yeah, 0 should occur even number of times. Yeah, right.
exactly. So the two conditions that we have concluded here is what? First, the pair should sum to six either, right?
Yeah,
Or either the zero should occur in even. So maybe you can use these two things.
yeah, sure. Now I am
For
getting
zero,
that.
you can check out if the remainder zero is occurring in even number or not, right? So that will help you.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I think I will make a remainder array. I will make a remainder array of the elements given to me.
Okay.
Then then I just traverse the array from left to right, and if I encounter 0, then I just increments. I can take a variable in this case to count zeros, and at the end I will check for this if it is occurring even number of times or not. And if I occur if I if I occur an element that is not 0, then I will check if in the left. So I have to make some this, then array I plus array j should be equal to k. Then uh, array
All
I should be
right.
equal to k minus array j. So I will look for k minus this element in the past, like in the left
I mean,
array.
you have
Yeah,
stored it that in the map. Like let
yeah,
us say if
I have, yeah, I have stored it in the map.
yeah, so like let us say if the current element or current remainder that you are at is 5. So you will look that whether one is present inside the array or not, right?
Yes,
So if
yes,
one is also present, then that means we can continue, right? And also if there
yeah,
are two fives, then there should be two ones. That should
yes.
also match.
So yeah,
All
so
right.
for that we have to make a map. Not we can't use set here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have to use map, or we can use multiset. Multiset can also work, but I think map will be more feasible.
Exactly. And yeah, so can you just write down the pseudocode?
Yeah, I can write pseudocode. So first of all, I will make a remainder array. Uh, so I will make a remainder array. Uh, Remainder of I is equal to ARR of I modulo k. I made a remainder array. Oh, after this, I will uh, I will have a map, and then I will traverse in this remainder array. So if remainder of I is equal to 0, then I I made a variable 0. I just count the frequency of 0 in this variable so that I can check in the end if they are occurring even number of times or not. And if the remainder is not 0, then I will look for uh, so I want k minus uh, k minus remainder of I. And if map dot find want not equal to map dot end, so if it is present, then I make a pair. Here I will just decrement this font value, and yes, and now I will not insert this. Uh, should I need to insert? No, I will not insert this remainder array uh, into map. I think so. I just decrement this font value. Okay, and I think I will check it in another way. If map of want is greater than 0, then I will do this. And if it is not present, uh, then then maybe it will uh, then maybe its pair will be on the right. So I can't say that the answer doesn't exist. So
So
yes,
maybe we can do one thing. We can just create a map initially where we are storing the remainders, right? We can run a loop
yes,
for all the array elements, and inside the map, you can store the frequency of remainders that you can do in one loop. And then you can make a second loop where you will be iterating over the array and doing the steps that you are doing here. So maybe that can
so
help you.
uh, can you repeat? I didn't get it.
Yeah, like what you can do is like the first loop that you have made here. Okay, like can you just scroll up a little bit? Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, this remainder, like what is exactly is this remainder? I like you have created an array, right, to store the
Yeah.
remainders.
Yes.
So rather than doing this, what you can do is you can create an unordered map here. Okay,
Okay.
and in that unordered map, you can increment the frequency of array at I modulo k, right?
Okay.
So the map will be fully fledged ready to with you, right? Now
Okay.
in you can just run another loop that you have done here. So now
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
will work. Now inside the map we have count of all the elements, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that will help you. And
Yeah.
do you,
We can. Yes.
yeah, like have you got the idea? Do you feel confident that you are able to solve, or shall we move to the next question, because there's this time constraint as well.
Yeah. I'm confident that I can do this.
Okay, so just write the pseudo code, okay, so that then we will move to the next question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So uh, yeah, I think I should write that code only that you are telling. Can I switch off this light? It is. It
Yeah,
is.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know what is the problem. Yeah. So I can make a unordered map.
Yes.
Then I am here
Yes.
incrementing the frequency of remainders. Then I am
Then now
iterating on
hmm,
yeah I am iterating on the pairs now in the
map.
in the map, and Yeah. So here is remainder is pair dot first, and the frequency is pair dot second. So if remainder is 0, then I have separate condition for it. So if remainder is 0, then I will return directly from here. No, no. If if the frequency is odd, so yeah, if the frequency is odd, then I will return false, because we can't make pairs here. Okay, and I will continue from it. If the frequency is even. Now, if the remainder is not 0, then I want a minus remainder. So now now the frequency should match. So if frequency is not equal to map of want, then I will return false.
All right.
Yeah, at the end I will return true.
Yeah. Do you think we need that continue statement?
Yeah, because no, I can put this in else. I didn't put this in else. That's why I do this continue.
No, actually, like without continue as well, this statement can, like the code that you have written can execute, right? So
Okay.
there is no as such need of continue statement. So yeah, the
Yeah,
code
yeah.
seems fine to me, right? I mean, we don't need to write else. We will just check if that, the zero is not present with even number of times, right? So that is not there, then we will, return false, and then we will check for another condition that if the remainder of want is sorry if the frequency of want is not is equal to the frequency of remainder, right? So the continuous statement is not needed actually. We can do it without it as well. So yeah, the code seems fine to me. Can you tell me the time complexity and space complexity?
Sure. So the time complexity will be the time complexity will be. Let me think. Hmm. So it is. It will be n log n.
Why n log n?
n log n. n log n, because we can have n. No, sorry. Uh, Let me think more. Uh, so at max we can have key elements in our. So it is big of n for sure, uh, because we are uh, iterating on the array that is given to us to store. Uh,
Exactly. So
yeah, and
and like what is the time
also we
complexity for checking the frequency of elements inside the map?
in an ordered map unordered map, it will be constant.
Exactly. So where do you from where are you getting this log n apart from
Actually,
n?
I generally use map instead of unordered map. That's why.
Okay. So yeah, what is your answer for time complexity?
time complexity, it will be 1 second. Let me think more. So big of n is sure, but for this it will be less than big of n. So if I talk about upper bound, then it will be big of n.
Yeah, it will never be less than big of n because we need to
Yeah.
traverse the array at least once, right?
Yes.
So the array traversal is done. So the time complexity is big of n, and the space
Yeah.
complexity is.
Space complexity will be space complexity is, so at max we can have k remainders. So it will be big of k.
Okay, fair. So, all right, this seems good to me. Now we are good to start with our next question. Okay,
Okay.
so let me just write it down. Given a binary tree, then it's right. Let me help you with the test case. Okay, so the answer to this tree will be 1, 2, 4, 8. Alright, let me just give you another example. If it is like this, then answer to this will be 1, 3. Right, so like a binary tree is given to you. All right, you need to print its left view as in how you what values will be showed when you are viewing the tree from the left side. All right, so let us say for this first tree, when you are viewing it from the left side, so what all elements will you be able to see? Like at first you can see this one, then you will
Yeah.
be able to see this 2, then 4, then 8. Okay, so that's why 1, 2, 4, 8. Then in this second test case you can see 1 and 3, right? So the output is 1, 3. So this is
Okay.
the question. Yeah, if any
Okay.
confusion you can ask, or else you can proceed with your approach.
Yeah. So I have to ask something. If this eight, if this eight is the child of this five,
Yeah,
then also it will come in our left view.
yeah, it will come in our left view because like when you are standing on the left side, so what will be the first element that you will be seeing? You will still be able to see 8, right? Because there is
Yes.
no any element coming before 8.
Okay. So one approach that is coming to my mind, that is, I can traverse this binary tree in the level order. Like I will traverse this level by level, and we call it as level order traversal of a tree. Then
Okay.
I just print its leftmost element, like leftmost element of the level. So for this example, the level for this zeroth level, I have only one element, so I will print one. For this oneth level, I have two as the leftmost element. I will print two. For this second level, I have four as the leftmost element, so I will print four. And for this level, I have only eight, and its left element is eight, so I will print eight. Same here.
Okay, so like how will you check that if it is the leftmost element?
So uh, I can store this in queue data structure. So uh, I will implement this level order traversal with the help of queue data structure only.
Okay,
And
you will use Q, but how will you make sure that it is the leftmost element?
because the like the working of queue is that first goes first in first out. So the very first node that goes into the queue will come out the first, and it will be the leftmost node of the level.
Okay. Can you write down the pseudo code?
Yes, sure. Uh, so so I will make a queue. Okay, then I insert the root, or it is it can be a type of struct. I will insert root, then I will do a AFS traversal, or we can say level order traversal, while queue is not empty. Not empty. 1 second. I will extract the leftmost node. Yes, and I will.
Okay. Have you heard about DQ?
Yes.
What is the difference between a queue and a DQ?
So in queue we can insert in front and can take out element from front of the queue. While in the DQ, we can push in front, pop from front, push at back, and can pop from back.
Okay. Okay, you can proceed.
Yes. So I will extract the. I think uh, I think the q dot front q dot or rather q dot
You need
front.
actually you need to return the answer in vector.
Okay, okay. So I'm just writing pseudocode. That's why. Uh, okay, so let's yeah, answer dot pushback dot front dot uh, dot value or data. If it is given a struct to me, then I will store current size of queue, uh, and then I run a loop of this size. I stored this size of the queue, uh, and I am only traversing, like I am only running my loop till this size, because if I don't do this, then because I simultaneously push the nodes in my queue. So so that uh, so let me tell you with an example why I'm doing this. So like for two, so for this first level, I have two elements. So I will for two, I will insert 4 and 5, and they are simultaneously will be in my queue. So let me write my queue also. So my queue will look like 2 3, and after 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 the after I complete this two node, then my queue will be uh, I pop this 2 also, so my queue will be 4, 5. And after when I complete 3, my queue will look like 4, 5, 6, 7. So
Yeah.
if I don't write that size, then then I also proceed these uh, next level,
Yeah,
next
I
level.
get it.
Yeah.
Next level elements.
Yes. So that's why. So
Yeah.
yeah, I will store. But yeah, if okay, so let me store it in node dot front q dot pop. Then if node node left exists, then I will insert this one queue. If node left exists, if node right exists, then I insert this into my queue. And yes, I think I am good to go.
Okay. Uh, what is the time complexity and space complexity of the code?
Okay, so the time complexity will be uh, actually I am traversing on every node, so the time complexity will be big of the number of nodes, which I can represent with n.
Okay. Yeah,
And the
and
space complexity also will be big of n if I don't consider this answer vector.
yeah, you need not consider that. All right.
Yeah,
So, okay, I will just share the practice portal link. I think we are good to go, and you can code it there.
sure.
Yes.
Okay, so can I go full screen like this?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Okay, so first of all I'm creating my answer vector, then I'm making my queue. uh, I am inserting root into my queue while queue is not empty.
Okay.
uh, I took the size of the queue. Also I will push back the leftmost element of this level, so q dot front uh, q dot front data. This is my current node. I am popping this current node from my queue. If left exist, then dot push node left. If node right exist, then dot push node right. Uh, and I think at the end I will return answer. This is some edge cases. So yeah, number of nodes can be 0. So I have to handle this. If uh, if uh, root is null, then I will return empty vector. Okay. Yeah, I think it will be fine.
Okay. And if this question has been, to print the right view of binary tree, then what is the difference that would have been there?
Then I have to print the rightmost element of the level.
Okay, what is the rightmost element?
The rightmost element is are you asking how will I access it? How will I access it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how will you decide if that is the rightmost element?
Yeah, I have to access it. So uh, let me think. How can I access it? I think I can use DQ then. Yeah, I will use DQ.
Okay, maybe you can do that with Q as okay. How will you use DQ? I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay. Yeah.
how
Uh,
DQ will help you in that?
then I push the Q dot back. Q dot back.
Okay, so whatever will be the last element, you will be doing that. Okay, and how? Okay. Do you think of any idea where you can do it with help of Q?
Oh, with help of Q. Let me think. Yeah, I think I can make a condition here when I is equal to size minus 1, then uh, yeah, when I equal to size minus 1, then I will push that data into my answer.
Yeah, that's right. And what is the value of I when you are printing the leftmost element?
Uh, that will be 0.
Yeah, okay, I is equal to 0, and for rightmost it will be I is equal to size minus 1, right? So that is great. Okay, so that is the questions that we had for this session. You can stop your screen share. And okay, so on the basis of this session, first of all, let me ask you, how much would you rate yourself?
Me,
Yeah.
according to this session,
Yes.
I think out of 10,
Yeah.
I think 5.
Okay, all right. See, what I'll say is that as you were able to solve both the questions, right? So 5 is not so decent. So maybe we can have some higher marks than that. So, okay, so in the first question, what happened was that I felt that, you took a little extra time that was more than that was actually needed, because that is actually an easy to medium level question, right? So we were not expecting to take that much of time there, like around 30 minutes were spent there. So what you can do is, if at any point of time you feel that you are not able to solve the question, so the first thing is you can do is you can ask the interviewer for the hint, right? And
Okay.
the second thing, you can ask them to jump to the next question, because it might happen that in first question you took some time, right? But in the second question you were able to get the approach very fast, right? So it might happen that interviewer may come up with another question, like, we could have added an extra question as well, right? So maybe out of three, if you would have been able to solve two questions, then that still make it a decent interview. So that could have been one thing. And also in the first question you used two hints, right? And then you were able to
Yes.
come up to a final conclusion. So that is there. So you need to keep those things in mind, like don't try to spend extra time on any question. Okay, try to get like try to move ahead with the next question. Okay, and then in the next question everything went really well. You were able to solve the question. There was no any such issues with the second question, so we were good with that. And also in the first question you were not able to figure out the time complexity as well, right? You were having some issues there as well. So maybe there is some practice required for the logical building, right? Problem solving skills you can enhance a little bit, so that you can do for the first question. And in the second question you were able to figure out TC and SC as well. So 10 on 10 for the second question, but for the first question maybe we can have 6 or 7 out of 10, right? So
Yes.
what, and also for communication skills I would say is that your communication skills is good, but maybe you can just there's always a scope of improvement, right? So just a little bit you can try to communicate a little bit more, okay? Because there were certain silences in the mid as well. Like whatever you are thinking, just try to communicate it. Okay, so just to work on that as well. And other than that, like your confidence level is good. Okay, you were calm throughout the session, like after the first question as well. Throughout the first question, okay, you didn't show any sign of nervousness as such. So that were some good things. So yeah, that was all from my side. Anything from your side?
Uh, yeah, from my side, I think you helped me very much. Like you, like you were amazing as the interviewer. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you for that. And you can just keep on practicing, like we all are practicing here. There is lot that we can do, lots of practice that we all need. So like make sure that you are visiting our website, and there are a lot of practice questions there, sorted by topic wise or sorted by submission wise, company wise, right? So all these sortings are there. So make sure you are visiting our website. You are and also there are lots of interview experiences as well that can help you. So just make sure you're doing all that, and that will help you in preparation journey. So thank you for joining us. We had a nice session with you. So, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Suniti.
All right. So, yes. Again, hi everyone. So that was the interview session. As we all see that in the first question there were some loops, like there were some loopholes actually. I mean, there were some issues in the logic building as well, and that could that could be improved with the help of practice. And in the second question he was able to do it correctly, so that went well. So all of you, I just hope, make sure that all of you are visiting our website and solving the questions, doing practices. And the form link has been shared in the description of this video. So if any of you is interested to join us for our interviews, make sure you are filling out that form. And also if there are any interview experiences that you want to share with us, that form link is also in the description. And if any feedbacks, any suggestions from your side, make sure you are adding it in our comment section. Yeah, okay. So that's all for today's session. Thanks everyone for joining, and we will come back again soon with another amazing session. Bye, everyone.